You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrans for Black and White Sports, and this is the one you all have been waiting for. All year long, we've been covering the NFL ratings. All year long, we have said the ratings have been suffering. And for various reasons, as we all know. I don't know that I want to list them out again, although I'm sure I will before this video is over, just to rub it in the NFL's eye. The NFL ratings have been down, particularly Thursday night football, Sunday night football, and several Monday night football games. Although ESPN has tried to play some little games by simulcasting on ABC to cover up for bad ratings. Now, this is from The Blaze by way of the Wall Street Journal. NFL ratings plunge has TV networks slashing ad prices, scrambling to make advertisers happy. And I did go look at the original Wall Street Journal article. This is factual, and this is embarrassing. The TV ratings for the National Football League this year have been so bad that networks are reportedly slashing advertisement prices and giving away commercial time to keep advertisers happy. Quote, television networks are feeling the strains of disappointing NFL ratings as they are forced to restructure deals with advertisers to make up for smaller audiences and their opportunity to make money off remaining games during the lucrative holiday season narrows. The Wall Street Journal reported, calling these changes, quote, unheard of. Quote, some networks also have considered letting advertisers pay less for commercials during NFL games and other programming than they originally pledged. The Journal also noted that a large amount of the commercial time still available for the season is being given away to advertisers to make up for league's viewership underperformance so far this year. These type of arrangements are called, quote, make good commercials, are being made when networks underdeliver on the audience it promised in the original agreements. Apparently, networks have made so many of these arrangements at this point that there is, quote, little ad time left to be sold as the league enters its final quarter of the season. The NFL games are normally the most lucrative TV events for networks because they gathered the largest live audiences. Now, viewership in the 18 to 49, we talk about this in our ratings videos, that is the most lucrative piece of advertising real estate. And then the 25 to 54 age demographics have been hit the hardest. Viewership, it says, especially bad in week 13. And this is looking at all the ratings. All on Sunday, prime time, the whole nine. And on Thanksgiving, a normally good time for the NFL, when viewership plummeted 50%. 50%. Now, this is Deadline, who is completely woke, leftist media. They are a Hollywood trade paper, okay? And there's certain things that Deadline is good at, from having a pop culture channel. If they break Hollywood news, generally it is correct. But, of course, they're going to cover the asses of the networks. Longer than usual presidential election coverage, postponements caused by the coronavirus pandemic, postponements in the NFL? I mean, the ratings haven't been terrible on those rescheduled games. Okay, so I don't know that I'd want to go there. Backlash from some fans, and this is interesting that they acknowledge this, quote, backlash from some fans over the league's social justice efforts including its embrace of Black Lives Matter. Even as surefire as the NFL has been the last couple of years, the NFL ratings stood up much better than network primetime ratings. We are now officially in a situation where the NFL is declining. There you have it. That is what we have been waiting on all year, was some kind of word, some kind of confirmation that, we knew. We knew. When you go back and you look at last year's ratings of a Sunday night game, and it has 22 million viewers, and then virtually the same game a year later has 7, 8, 9 million less viewers. Look, those ad rates are sold based on, we're going to give you 20 million viewers, not 14 million viewers. That is a hell of a lot of money out of the network's pocket. Okay? Back to the advertisers, because now they're having to give away advertising. And they've given away so much that there's little advertising for them to sell, even at a discounted rate. This is embarrassing. And I'm so happy about it. I can tell you, look, we run a sports channel. We haven't openly pushed anybody to boycott. We have left that to our viewership's discretion. However, I will tell you, for as big a football fan as I am, I have missed the great majority of all primetime games this year. I maybe have watched 3 or 4 out of 3 available every week this season. How many weeks are we in? So I've watched 3 or 4 primetime games out of a possible maybe 43. Unheard of. I just never would have done that in the past. But there's been so much bullshit going on with them kissing the ass of criminals, with them kissing the ass of Black Lives Matter, domestic terrorist organization. I don't give a shit what anybody says. And embracing Marxism and pushing that bullshit leftist agenda on behalf of JB, Creepy China Joe, that it just took the joy out of the NFL season. And let us not forget, and god dang it, I wish as a channel, this channel was so big that somehow we could buy television space during an NFL game, because I would literally run an ad calling for all athletes to be immediately released from their NFL contracts if they chose to kneel for the national anthem. That's how I would use my ad space. There's nothing wrong with being patriotic in this country. And sports is supposed to be a piece of Americana. And sports is doing everything they can to take that away. Take away from traditional American values. That's not a good way to keep an audience. And here we are, Roger Goodell. You're having to give away commercials because you underdelivered because of your bullshit. You could have spaced yourself away from the BLM. You could have just simply come out and said, the NFL is choosing to not get involved. End of story. And if Malcolm Jenkins and Michael Thomas and all these other, and when I say all these other, there's really only been about 10 NFL players that have kind of showed their ass. Don Terry Poe of the Dallas Cowboys, who I think is in the unemployment line right now. When these guys show their ass, then you as a league go to the teams and you say, you cut these pricks. Period. They will either fall in line or their asses can go play for the XFL. Make them hit the unemployment line. That's exactly how we feel as Americans. They're playing a kid's sport. They're playing a sport. They're getting paid to play a sport. Okay, something that we all do across this country. For recreation, they are paid millions of dollars. Fall in line or get the hell out of the NFL. Period. Look, NFL, we fund your ass. We can defund it. Looks like we are defunding it. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.